Alright guys, time for one of the best times of the week, and that would of course be the new Gintama chapter, this time chapter 618. So, without further ado, there's not really that much to say. I just want to read the chapter, so let's go. 618. Logs can be weapons, houses, or even a mode of transport. They are pretty convenient. Alright. Back to where we were last week. All of the Yagyu have arrived. Kyubey and her gang and Hidekimi, whatever his name is, is currently proving to be rather difficult to handle. In just one shot, Nishio, yes, and Nishio was, I forget which one of his quirks was in the York. Was he the ketchup guy? Maybe, I forget. I don't even know. And a lot more carnage than just him. So, this is the last duty given to you by the heavens, or whatever it was. Your final duty is to simply rot away here. Sounds like quite an easy job. Taunting them. You bastard! How dare you do that to Nishio? Minamito. No, I don't remember all of their names very well. Because they haven't had that many appear. Have they? Obviously, Tojo appears relatively frequently, with not as frequently as Kyubey, but pretty much right under her. The other three, have they even appeared since Yagyu? Like maybe once or twice, but barely at all. So, oh no, he's crushing them as well. Even if he's got the physical strength to bury an enemy in one attack, if he doesn't hit you, is no different from swinging a fencing stick. Can that heavy metal rod keep up with the Yagyu style's Godspeed? Alright, so he's going to try to outmatch him by how fast he can go. Alright. Fair enough. Oh no. He's fast. Even though his movements are slow, the speed of the attacks he can unleash with that incredible strength can rival that of the Yagyu style. Oh no! Here we go again. The other guy jumped in front of him. Woo! And Tojo! Woo! Speed, strength. On top of that, he's got toughness. He bit the sword. Okay. Once we're in his range, is there nothing we've got over him? This is gonna be a nice fight to see animated, I think. Tojo. And there's a gap in the wall that they're drawing attention to for some reason. You should know, play yourself. Okay, that's just where they were hiding. I know for a fact that you ain't so weak-willed you'll keel over just because of something like this. Moromanto coming in. And I'm not a master so weak I'd abandon my disciple for something like that. Alright, let's see Grandpa go. Grandfather Tojo Kyubey. He's back. What is this? There's a female scent among you. Kyubey, are you ridiculing us? Gin-san, Kyubey-san. Oh, okay, something cushioned my fall. What's this smell? There's a female. Okay, again. Actually, maybe it's the one whose strength we should watch out for. Not just females, youngsters as well. What do you bastards think a battlefield is? This is not your playground. I will not allow this sacred ceremony where men bet their lives and prides to be disgraced. You're the one that doesn't know what a war is. This thing you people needlessly cause because you're going about on freedom or whatever is a deed that ropes in men, women, and children and returns them all to dust and ash. Surely you didn't start this battle without readiness to swing down that metal club upon the heads of women and children. Surely you didn't stand in front of us without the readiness to have your throat cut by a woman or a child. Yay! You no longer have any pride worth betting, and that life of yours will be taken by one of those you insulted. Perfect. Quite courageous of you. So you really are a woman. I'm Yaku Kyubey. Come at me. For people like you, women, children, and irresponsible people are all that's needed. Kyubey, young master. Kyubey, do you have some way of winning against those monsters? Tojo and the others showed me firsthand. If you go against them on their terms, you'll have no chance of winning. They'll break us to pieces with one attack, and one of our attacks won't take them down. So we make use of our sole advantage, our fast legs, to prevent them from attacking and shower them with concentrated fire. Yu-chan, everyone over here. Tai-chan, what are you still doing here? I can't just run away in disgrace after all that was said. I can't let you carry the whole burden for women alone, Yu-chan. Me too. They can't stop us now. We'll show them the power of women and children. Alright. A trap! Oh no! Now, even they resort to such impertinent tactics. This is why I hate women and children. Never mind, kill them all. It doesn't matter if they're women or children, turn every last one of them into chunks of meat. Gin-chan! Kagura! There's not that much to say during a fight scene. I'm just like, yes, it's cool, yay! But they're using narrow passageways to limit our movement. Gintoki. Did you think that some little trick like this would seal off our range? There is nothing that can interrupt this attack. Like Gintoki battle. Yeah, that's exactly right. But even without having any way to block your attack, I found a way to bury you with one attack. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully I get to see before I swing this metal rod upon your head. Down on your head. Shinpachi Kagura! Oh no! No Kagura! And Shinpachi! And all three of them at once! I read your tactic of coming from 3 different directions. The reason you used traps to lure us here was because here you could make use of your mobility to simultaneously attack me from multiple directions, right? Helps with my life. Be safe. But even with all 3 of you together, it's still no match for this attack. It's not from 3 directions. It's from 4! Kyubey! So that's what they were setting up from. That's what all the girls were setting up from on top, it looks like. Nice. Alright. I don't really know what much more can be said about this. I feel like, because I sat down to do this, I should be doing more, but it's just really more of the fight, and it's just going to keep going, and I like getting to see everybody in action, I guess. I can't really say that the Dakini makes a particularly interesting to discuss villain. He's kind of just there to fight, and that's kind of just what he is. I don't think he would object to such a description. The question at this point would be, how are all of these guys going to make it past him to go through all of the other battles that are going to need to happen, because we've got the 2 other warrior races, and of course Utsuro at the end, and all of this stuff with Ensho as well. So I think the real difficulty here isn't this fight itself, although I'm happy to see Kyubey getting the attention that she deserves. And of course all the subversion of the women and children being the ones to fight the bad guys, that's fun, that's not really surprising from Gintama. It's nice to see. But I think that the real thing that these characters introduce is the fact that this is going to be a very, very, very draining fight on all of our characters. They've got to deal with them. They've got to deal with the Shinra. They've got to deal with the Yacha. They've got to deal with the Liberation Army. And obviously Utsuro is going to be the last. And of course we're going to keep having more and more allies coming, But for characters like Gintoki, Kagura, and Shinpachi who have been dealing with this from such an early point in the battle, and are probably going to need to be present in some sense to all of it, how on earth are they going to have the energy to deal with everything else that's going to come? And I think that just really the fact that they're going to be so worn down is going to be the ultimate. Aside from the fight, obviously the fights themselves are going to be challenging. Of course, the final thing with Uzuro is going to be very mentally draining on Gintoki in particular, very emotionally. But getting to that point is going to be difficult just because this is a siege, and one of the most important things that they're going to need to have to do is literally just wait it out and keep on fighting until... I don't know what until yet. Until they get enough allies, until they have time to refurbish their strength, until they have no choice but to fight Utsuro or something like that. So, don't really know where exactly it's going to go other than that you have a lot of obstacles to deal with at this point, and of course the end point. Yeah, that's really all there is to say about this chapter. I don't really have much this time around, but still enjoyed it. It's just a small piece of the puzzle, and of course it's going to be more engaging to read it all at once. It's one of the things that you get from just reading things weekly. It's just like, oh yeah, you got this little bit of the picture, a little bit of this gigantic fight, this war scene. It's just like, cool. Let's go see where this goes next. So yeah, that's all this week. I will see you, well, not next week. We have, I believe there's no chapter this upcoming week, if I have heard the discussions of the fandom properly, but I'm working on a review for what has happened in the Silver Soul arc thus far, because I don't want to push off and do this like a gigantic Silver Soul thing at the end, trying to cover everything, because that would just be really, really long and time consuming like the Rakuyo one was, and I don't, as fun as that was, I don't really want to go through it again. But thank you very much for watching. Please like, comment, and or subscribe. I hope you enjoyed this in spite of it being very brief and not that much being said. But still, Gintama, it's fun. It's always good. So, bye guys!